And right now I have Blake Chandler on the phone with me, and we are going to talk about firing up your savings. Good morning, Blake from Yellow Brick Road.
Good morning, Jenny.
Oh, I can hear you quite well. That's fantastic.
That's
Obviously,
great.
things are fixed here. So we're going to fire up our savings. So tell me,
Oh,
why are savings tips? They're important. Well, there's something really important and things to talk about, but what people really get slack about it, don't they?
yeah, but people are firing up their savings, and that's why I decided to talk about it. It's not that people aren't. Australians are actually saving again. The latest Reserve Bank figures show that the average household is saving under 10% of disposable income. That's the same levels that households maintained in the early 1990s. So people are starting to save again. And I think the main reason for that is that interest rates are at all-time lows. So people's mortgages, their household expenditure, the roof over their head is costing less and less right now with interest rates so low. And that's not saying people are doing it easy, but people are taking the opportunity with rates so low to actually save towards their goals.
And what would you suggest that they should do with their savings?
Yeah. Well, we actually surveyed 800 people recently at Yellow Brick Road, and we found three most common goals for Aussie savers. 29% of people said that they're saving to pay down debt, 22% to actually buy a home or renovate, so get in the market or increase the value of their property, and 18% saving for retirement. So not small goals. But saving isn't for everyone. Now, this isn't what I wanted to talk about. I want to give people tips for those that aren't savers on how to actually save. The really important thing, with mortgage rates so low, it also means that the cash rate is low. So people aren't getting much for their savings. So Jenny, if I could give just one extra freebie tip away is, if you are a saver and you've got money sitting in the bank or term deposit, make sure you review what the bank's paying you. Review your other options and make sure you're actually getting a good interest rate or good return on your savings. Term deposits, savings accounts are not giving much these days. Sit down with an expert, look at all your available options and make sure that you're getting your bang for your buck, as I'd say.
That sounds like very
Now,
good advice
Jenny,
from you. Yes, dear.
If you're not a saver though, if you're having problems getting started, think about these tips. One,
Story
have a
of my
goal.
life.
Many people, their plans go awry because the goal is too ill-defined or unrealistic. Try a specific goal. Have a timeline. Determine the timeline for your goals. Is it 1 year, 2 years, 10 years, or even a 30-year goal? The timeline for saving for retirement, if you're 40, is different and requires a different strategy to that of a saving for Europe in your early 20s. But make sure you're realistic with what you actually want the goal to be and the time frame. Start early. Our research shows most people don't start saving for goals such as retirement until they're at least 45.
Wow.
Unfortunately, it's too
Scary.
late.
Definitely.
I'd recommend people start thinking about retirement goals and options like salary sacrificing from 30 onwards.
Oh, it makes it
People
hard,
won't like
doesn't
this
it?
next one.
Oh, go on.
Sacrifice. You can't have a goal and not be willing to give something up. Successful savers eliminate or reduce items from their monthly overhead to boost their savings. This is one I like. Buckets. Try using separate accounts for different goals. The obvious example is the superannuation account is specifically retirement. So put more money into superannuation if that's what you're saving for retirement. And you can't touch that till a certain age. Similar, have multiple savings accounts with your bank for different reasons. And it keeps everything separate and helps you focus on that one goal and what that money's for.
Well, that's fair
And
enough, yes.
lastly, Jenny, follow the plan. All your goals and plans are of little use if you don't follow through. And that's why having an expert, a wealth manager by your side is sometimes really crucial to keep you accountable to your plan and to your goals and help you achieve it.
Very good advice, my dear. That's good,
No
Blake.
worries, Jenny.
That is. But I was thinking, my husband, I think he has 4 or 5 accounts and hardly anything in any, it's just you vote one tier, you forget about that one, all the rest. And then you have all these monthly account keeping fees,
Yeah.
And so when you look at that, it's like, oh, goodness gracious, well, in our case, that was a waste, so.
Yeah. I'd say, Jenny, exactly right. With super, most super accounts have fees. And so there's no benefit in having multiple accounts and paying multiple fees. There are lots of saving products out there, outside superannuation, that don't actually have fees. So you can use that bucket strategy and set up multiple accounts and not be disadvantaged. Sometimes it's still worthwhile paying the fee to actually have that strategy and have that goal. But if there's no plan, it comes back to the plan. If there's no plan for that account, if there's no goal, if there's no time frame, then really you're paying fees for no reason. So
That's
it's all
right.
about reviewing your accounts, setting up a plan, and saving.
Well, thank you so much, Blake. And just speaking to Blake Chandler from Yellow Brick Road, if anyone has just tuned in. And also, Blake, next week's going to be a big one, isn't it? It's all about big mortgages.
That's right.
That's going to be a
Big
good topic.
mortgages.
Very interesting. I'll be looking forward to speaking to you next week, Blake.
Thanks, Jenny. See you next week.
You take care. Thank you, Blake. Bye for now. And that was Blake Chandler from Yellow Brick Road. And if you have any questions at all, you can give them a call on 9924 7927. That's 9924 7927.
How can I pay my home loan off faster?
What's the best way for me to save for my retirement?
How do I know if my insurance is enough to cover me?
Hi, I'm Mark Bouris from Yellow Brick Road. Whether it's getting into the right home loan, sorting out your super, or building a financial plan for the future, Yellow Brick Road has experts in your community to get you the right answers. Whatever your question is, we're here to help you.
Talk to Yellow Brick Road today. Visit ybr.com.au/plan. Fees and charges may apply. ACL 393195, AFSL 383825.
99.3 sponsor.